Capitalism, the engine of innovation, the cornerstone of economic growth, and often the scapegoat for financial crises. But what if the real culprit behind our economic disasters isn't capitalism at all, but instead the very institutions that were meant to safeguard it? Today we'll explore how government intervention, from excessive regulation to reckless spending, has disrupted markets and stifled progress. Capitalism has been blamed for many societal challenges: income inequality, volatile markets, even housing crisis. Yet it's also the driving force behind unprecedented human growth. Consider these facts. Life expectancy has soared. Infant mortality has plummeted. Diseases that once decimated populations, such as tuberculosis, polio, and typhoid, have been nearly eradicated. These achievements owe much to the free markets that rewarded innovation and allow resources to flow efficiently. But what happens when the government steps in, disorienting these mechanisms? To understand, let's look at one of the most significant economic disasters of the modern era, the housing market crash of 2008.
Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
In the early 2000s, housing prices soared, driven by easy credit and speculative investments. The crash that followed devastated the global economy, wiping out trillions in wealth.
Mortgage specialists can show you how to eliminate credit card debt, lower monthly bill payments, pay less taxes, and find needed cash.
Many blamed the free market, but the evidence tells a different story. Central to this crisis were two government-sponsored entities, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Created to stabilize the mortgage market, they instead fueled its collapse. These organizations were granted privileges unavailable to their private sector companies. One example would be board influence. Presidents appointed their preferred members, tightening the government's grip. Another example, tax exemptions. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were exempt from state and local taxes, creating an uneven playing field. Liquidity guarantees. The Treasury Department authorized up to $2.25 billion in direct support for each entity, far beyond what was necessary for stability. These actions shielded Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac from natural market forces, allowing them to dominate the mortgage market unchecked. When the bubble burst, the fallout spread across the globe, proving that well-intentioned intervention can have disastrous consequences. Markets have a unique ability to self-correct. Prices adjust to reflect the true value of goods and services, and competition fosters innovation and efficiency. As Steve Forbes writes, markets readjust the prices of products to reflect their intrinsic value. But government intervention often disrupts these natural processes. Regulations, while sometimes necessary, can stifle competition and create inefficiencies. For example, overly stringent labor laws can discourage hiring, and protectionist trade policies can drive up prices for consumers. When governments overreach, they risk suppressing the very mechanisms that drive prosperity. While excessive regulation harms markets, wasteful government spending drains resources and undermines public trust. Steve Forbes points out that a serious effort to address waste could save over $100 billion annually. A real war on government waste could easily save over $100 billion annually without harming the legitimate operations and benefits of government programs. From redundant federal programs to unused military equipment, the opportunities for savings are immense. Consolidating overlapping initiatives alone could streamline operations and free up funds for critical investments. Reining in wasteful spending isn't just about saving money. It's about restoring faith in government efficiency and ensuring that taxpayer dollars are used responsibly. The solution isn't to eliminate government oversight entirely. It is to strike the right balance. Effective governance involves targeting interventions that prevent abuse while allowing markets to function freely. For example, consider essential services like national defense and infrastructure. These are areas where the free market may struggle to provide effectively, making government involvement crucial. But beyond these exceptions, the economy thrives when markets are allowed to operate with minimal interference. History offers countless examples of the power of free markets. In the 1980s, deregulation in industries like telecommunications and transportations unleashed innovation and lowered prices for consumers. Conversely, heavy-handed policies, like the Smoot-Hawley tariff of the 1930s, exacerbated economic downturns by stifling trade and investment. The evidence is clear. Prosperity is most sustainable when governments focus on creating a fair playing field rather than picking winners and losers. History offers powerful lessons. In the 20th century, centrally planned economies like the Soviet Union struggled with inefficiencies and shortages. Prices were set by bureaucrats, not by supply and demand, leading to the widespread misallocation of resources.
Svetlana Loganov and her 2 kids will slide right past the black market. She's not interested in cigarettes or shoes today, but rather in getting enough food for dinner.
Meanwhile, free market economies thrived, using price signals to allocate resources efficiently. Goods and services reached those who valued them most, driving innovation and improving living standards. The lesson here is clear. Limited regulation fosters innovation and growth. Governments should focus on creating a fair playing field, enforcing contracts, preventing fraud, and maintaining infrastructure, while leaving most pricing decisions to the market. Take the healthcare industry. While some government oversight ensures safety and access, overregulation can stifle competition, drive up costs, and limit innovation. Balancing these forces ensures the best outcomes for society. The path forward requires vigilance. We must hold governments accountable for their actions, championing policies that encourage growth and innovation while addressing inefficiencies. Endorse solutions that accomplish economic growth and innovation. By embracing the principles of free markets, addressing government waste, and fostering innovation, we can build a future of unparalleled opportunity. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of economics and policy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Together, let's continue to question, learn, and shape together a brighter future.